Hey everyone, welcome to my tarot video for the week of 13th of April. Yeah, sorry I went a bit quiet there for a while. I just, perimenopause struck me down. The joys. Okay, so this week we're on the run up to a new moon on Friday, which is a big new moon. I think it's the first new moon of the astrological year. Or maybe it's the second one, I can't remember, astrologers tell me. But anyway, it is a big one, so look after your energy this week. And I always find I go down in the dark of the moon, but from Friday onwards then it's a good time to start like the old, starting new things and manifesting and all that, but energetically it's going to be an interesting week. So let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for this week. I do have a few people been through the ringer recently, like through the wars, the astrology over the last couple of years has been a bit nuts, and it's been very stop and starty energy, and because of that then I kind of feel like the last eclipse season that we're just coming out of was just really big one, and a lot of sudden things or dramatic things may have happened. And sometimes when there's I do feel that quite a few people have been going through tower moments, but not tower moments aren't necessarily a negative thing, but sometimes when we're forced into change, if we're forced into it, it can be hard. But the thing is that we're starting to come out of it now. I do feel that maybe people's energy levels are low, or there's just a lot of stressy energy around at the moment, that's what I would say. And then that can cause burnout and anxiety and stuff like that. So I do feel as well, the cards are saying here, now this is in the past, because I always do a little bit of the past and then into the future, so it's not that this is going to happen, this is what people have already been through. That if there are people out there who have been having money worries, that they are coming to an end, so it's really good that we're now in Aries season, because we're nearly out of it actually, because it's the 13th, but and we're going to be going to Taurus, but the energies are finally starting to move. Right, so it's just, the beginning. We all know that the beginning of the year has been quite tough, and the last couple of weeks in Ireland have been weird because there's been all sorts of protests and stuff. So it's just a bit stressy energy around the place. So let's have a look and see what the energies for the rest of the week are going to be like. It's starting to clear. Look, yeah, there, see, and there's the Ace of Wands, and that's what I mean. This is all very swift energy that's around at the moment, so things will dramatically happen really fast and might seem really negative, but then dramatically they'll have cleared again. And I just feel that we're coming out of that kind of shitstorm, even though we can't see what it was, and we're coming into a much more grounded time. And what I will say is that people, you might be feeling a bit wobbly today, but you're in a lot more of a stronger position than you give yourself credit for. So just let the anxiety subside out of your system, because balance is coming in. Balance is definitely coming in, and there's the anxiety there, but it's clearing. Okay, right. What's up next? Sorry, now I know you hate the long silences that I do in these videos. Dun dun dun, the drama build up. It's definitely a positive time as well in the next couple of weeks for, let's say, particularly after Friday, if people have been trying to get projects off the ground. This is I won't say it's for people that are self-employed, it's just that your ideas. So this could be to do with work, or it could be to do with home, anything tangible, that you mightn't have been able to see how it was going to work out. Or sometimes you need to just jump in and not know how it's going to work out. That's what's going on here. It's there's the trust card. So if there is projects that you've been trying to get off the ground, let's say to do with work, if you're self-employed, to do with building, if it's to do with housing, to do with your own home, if you want to renovate, you know what I mean? This could be new builds, or if you're already living in the home, repainting, renovating, stuff like that. Just new projects that will be tangible in this world. Sometimes you just need to just jump in and not have all the details, because the King of Pentacles likes to know all the details. And look here, the Emperor, I always think that they're very kind of similar energy, and they like to have control of things, and not controlling, but just have control of things. Sometimes we just don't know what the outcome is going to be, and you kind of have to throw it up to the universe to go like, all right guys, I trust you, I'm just going to do it. And what they're saying is, if this is making sense to you, it's just fucking do it, because I do think it's going to work out well. There's just a lot of shooting in the dark over the next couple of weeks, but it'll be for your benefit. Okay, tell me if that makes sense now, because you know me, I just kind of roll with it like okay, what's up next? What's up next? And Jake's having a nap there in my cardigan. He fucking loves that cardigan. Aren't you, Jakey? Okay, sorry. What's up next? Have a lot of people been having I don't normally talk about stuff like this actually, but have a lot of people been having kind of heady stuff recently, sinuses, colds, and normally, like I say, I don't normally touch this kind of stuff, but I just don't know if there's been physical stuff that's been coming out. Not serious health stuff now, just like really annoying stuff like migraine, headaches, sinusy. Sometimes, I can remember once before a healer telling me that like sometimes a sinus infection or a bad headache infection can be a sign that you're coming to the end of a cycle, and it's just there's stuff clearing from your system. And I just feel that like there might be quite a few people out there that have been physically clearing stuff from their system instead of being emotionally whacked with it recently. Yeah, I never say that kind of stuff on this, but I just feel if that's making sense, let me know, because I don't know if people have been having a lot of heady stuff or just not sleeping and stuff like that, but that is coming to an end, and it's just a much lighter time that we're heading into, okay, emotionally, physically, energetically. You know, the summer's coming in and all that kind of stuff, but it's just that it's like the load is going to be lightened, so then that as well, the body lightens up as well. Okay, right, yeah, let me know if that makes sense, because I definitely never talk about that stuff on these reads. Okay, what's up next? There's going to be a few, quite a few, and maybe it's just because of the way the world stuff is at the moment. Nobody's making plans, but it feels like there's going to be quite a few last minute trips or last minute plans that, like, you know, 1 minute you're in Dublin and then over the weekend you're like in Cork and you're like, Jesus, I didn't expect to be down here this weekend. So it's definitely the next couple of weeks is definitely kind of not a plan making couple of weeks. Sorry, any of you earth signs out there, because I know you like to make plans, and Scorpios, but it does feel like that there's going to be a lot of like impromptu happenings, meetings and stuff like that will actually be fun. So let's say like that's what it is. If you get invited somewhere or to do something, or you get asked to get involved in something, in a project or anything like that over the next couple of weeks that you wouldn't normally do, or that might be just not suiting your time constraints, just say yes, okay? Because it just feels like that there's, again, even though it's not classic Taurus energy, but the way that the energy is rolling at the moment, it just feels like there's just little drops of like magic happening, but that's unexpected, okay? This is a real off-the-wall reading this week, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, do you know, that's what it feels like to me. But those are the energies that are around at the moment, okay? I'll do one more now. One more. Oh, the old romance. They do like to end in romance. Yeah, we're just past eclipse season. And January, so I always call January and eclipse season breakup season. So I've had quite a few people in who have been like mending their hearts or beginning to mend their hearts, and I just feel that like people are coming out of like the haze of like what just happened after you break up with people, and this might go back as far as breakups that happened like last September, October even, what I'll say to you is, to those people, or if you feel that your relationship has been in a lull but you survived January and eclipse season, things are going to really, really start to pick up, and communication is going to get a lot better, and suddenly you either meet somebody, or if you're with the person already, suddenly you're on the same page and you can see forward together. Okay, so if there's people out there who are in relationships and they just couldn't see forward with the person that they're with, and they just kind of rolled with it, things are going to become a lot clearer, and the next 3 months are going to be a lot more of a solid, you're going to be building a solid foundation. Okay, yeah, because it's people's hearts have been through the wars. That's how love rolls. Do you know what I mean? You have to risk getting hurt to find it. So all of that energy that has been abound is going to be clearing, and it does feel like April, May, June, even into July maybe, are going to be very, very nice times romantically or emotionally in general. For even the singletons, just heart wise, it's going to be a very, very nice emotional time. I'm going to end on that card there now, because that's the star, and it's one of the nicest cards in the pack, and I think we all need a bit of hope this week, don't we? Something nice, bit of positive juju abound. So yes, it is going to turn positive. Okay, chat to you soon.